Hey everybody, it's Dale Earnhardt Jr. here to recap the action from the ZMAX Cars Tour over at Southern National Speedway this past weekend. It's the first weekend for the Cars Tour, kicking off a great season as we start to roll on down the road. It's going to be awesome all year long. We have the Floatium happening throughout the season. A lot of benefits for our racers, a lot of money up for grabs for our teams, whether it's through the Floatium program or through the championship, and also obviously winning races. But let's get started with the pros. Max Reeves sets on the pole. Great to have Max come compete with us. Great little racer, and was able to run fast time and qualify for the pros. And on the late model stock side, no other than Lee Pulliam, who's back in action. Lee talked a lot about the opportunity to get back behind the wheel and how much this means to him, and you can truly hear that emotion in his voice and how thankful he is for the opportunities. We know that he's going to be racing for Junior Motorsports in the O'Reilly Series at Martinsville coming up later this spring. So pretty awesome to see Lee back behind the wheel and successful at that. So in the pro late model race, Mason Walters walked away with a win. He stalked Keelan Harvick late in the race. Keelan had dominated the race, controlled most of the event, but Mason was able to really utilize the long run capability of his car and catch Keelan in some difficult moments in traffic late in the race to be able to work his way by. Really fun race to watch. And Keelan's going to be in and out of competition with the pro and the late model stock car. It'll be fun to have him as part of the Cars Tour more often this year. And Mason starts the season off strong with a win. Rounding out the top five was London McKenzie. Max Reeves would finish fourth, and then Trayton Lapsovich, who's back with us again. You'll remember Trayton raced with us in the past, and last year we didn't see him all that often, but we're thankful to have him back. He was racing in the pro and the late model stock competition this weekend, so great to have him. In the late model stock race, an equally awesome event was won by Caden Quapple, Carson's younger brother, who's driving for us this year at Junior Motorsports. Caden had a lot of success at the end of last year and won a few races and has started this season off obviously on the right foot. Didn't qualify well. Actually had to take a provisional and start at the back of the field, but drove through the field methodically and had plenty of race car to be able to go up there and try to challenge for the win. There was a controversial moment late in the race with Doug Barnes as they had a late restart. Doug got a great restart, seemed to almost clear Caden off of turn 2, gave Caden the bottom down into turn 3. Coming off of turn 4, they got together and it kind of steered both of them right and put Doug in the wall. Doug was really upset about it. I know it's a difficult spot for me being a series owner and owner of the car that actually won the race. You never want to see anybody get put into the wall, but I don't know that it was truly intentional. Just really hard racing for a win. And I'm sure Doug probably doesn't see it that way, but Doug's very passionate, and we're thankful to have him as part of the Cars Tour, and he's a hell of a racer. So, he'll rebound, and he's already talked about how he can't wait for Wake, which is the next race for us. Lee Pulliam would control the race for the most part, and he had a lot of pressure, though, from Chad McCumbee. Chad had a great race car. We love having Chad on the tour. He's a veteran, and as is Lee, and they both kind of controlled the front of the field for the most part throughout most of the race. And I think Chad pushed Lee harder than he probably wanted to go, and that was why maybe Lee didn't have enough late in the race to hold off Caden Quapple. So Lee would end up second, Doug Barnes third, McCumbee would come in fourth, and then Carson Lofton would end up the race in fifth place. So a great weekend, great start to the Cars Tour, a lot of great action. We move along into our series schedule exclusively on Flow. Look forward to an awesome year. We got a ton of great things happening in the tour this year. I mentioned the Floatium, which we all are very excited about. We've got increased money in our championship purse. And we've got a great date in April at Nashville Fairgrounds, and a couple other new spots on the tour this year that we're all excited about. So it should be a lot of fun, and hopefully you'll tune in for the next one.